12 crash-proof investments. I've got some singles in here and I've got some sealed. Let's jump into it. Before I jump into number one though, what I wanted to talk to you about is, particularly if you're new to the hobby. Now, some of you guys and girls watching this, you could have been around from the very start. You could have started in 2020. You could have started in 2023, the start of Scarlet and Violet. You could have started 3 months ago, 12 months ago. Everyone's at different stages, but one thing I need to remind everyone is the last 18 months has been abnormal. It has been meteoric, the amount of rise and gains we've seen across all singles, all slabs, and all sealed. And at the moment, we're in a little bit of a lull, aren't we? The only thing that seems to really be performing super strongly at the moment is some very rare vintage PSA 10 slabs and some nice, of course, Beckett or CGC slabs. They've been performing very well. A lot of other stuff though has actually been trending downwards or sideways a little bit. Some other things are still going up though. Not everything's going down. It's not all doom and gloom. So here's 12 products in my eyes that will survive the future, any crash we might see. These products will always bounce back and they'll always perform strongly. And I've got a reason for each of them. So number one is the Silver Tempest booster box. It's 500 bucks. 500 US bucks buys you a Silver Tempest booster box. It's almost, I don't know, it's the last of a nice artwork booster box. Like, yeah, okay, Destined Rivals artwork's not bad, but this got Lugia on the front. It's the nice last good artwork I think we've seen on a booster box for a while. Keep in mind, Mega Evolution booster boxes from front on are as plain as can be when it comes to displaying them, but Silver Tempest, Lugia on the front, this is one of those sets. It's also, here's the other thing that's going for it. It's also the final yellow bordered Pokemon card set booster box. That holds some weight. I think this set holds some weight. It's not just a one-hit wonder anymore. There's some trainer gallery cards that are really rising up in price, namely, of course, the Rayquaza. Most Rayquaza cards have been booming. But for 500 bucks, this booster box is, what's the word, recession proof. It is, I can't see it going downwards no matter what crash, no matter what change we have to market conditions. The second on my list, this is a single Shining Charizard from Champion's Path. Now, the reason I chose this one over the other Charizard VMAX from Champion's Path is that Charizard VMAX from Champion's Path got so many iterations. It was out in Shining Fates as a secret rare. It was also in Darkness Ablaze as a regular VMAX. That artwork just got majorly overused, whereas this one, the Shining Charizard, this is a cool artwork. It's a cool card. It's a big shiny. It's 270 bucks for an extremely rare Shining Charizard, which is just a nice card. I cannot see this card ever dipping below where it's at. I think it's a crash-proof card. Number 3 on my list is an Ascended Heroes booster bundle. Now, of course, these might get reprinted. There's every chance they will get reprinted. At 80 US dollars, maybe they come down. Maybe you get them for almost retail price. Maybe you get them for 40 bucks, 50 bucks, 60 bucks. If that happens, buy more. Dollar cost average down. Ascended Heroes is a stacked Pokemon card set. It is so strong. And it's funny because the same sort of thing happened with Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith, it got some reprints and it crashed some prices of things like booster bundles, collection boxes, elite trainer boxes. In fact, pretty much every single product. In fact, my local gaming store and even one of the biggest gaming chains across Australia when it comes to selling games and Pokemon cards in EB Games, which is, the US's GameStop, they were flash selling these elite trainer boxes and collection boxes. Kmart in Australia, one of the biggest retail stores, was flash selling collection boxes. Just couldn't get rid of them at the price or in the time frame they wanted to, so they had to discount them. So, keep that in mind. Ascended Heroes is a stronger set than Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith, amazing amount of depth, but Ascended Heroes is stacked with top-end hits. Such a good pickup. It's going to be crash-proof well into the future. Number 4 on my list is the Gengar VMAX from Fusion Strike. You see these funny lists, right, where, well, they're not funny, they're good lists, actually. It gives like a market cap or a market value on, total cards sold for a particular Pokemon, a particular mascot. So Pikachu, Charizard, Gengar, Mew. And Gengar always seems to rank at about number 3. So that means sales changing hands, sales volume, total money changing hands. Gengar is in the top 5 all the time across these lists. And this is arguably one of the most iconic, if not maybe, of course there's Rookie Gengar from Fossil Set, there's the Legendary Collection Gengar, there's more expensive Gengars. But this Gengar's got something special going about it. At $1,000, I don't think this is ever going to dip below $1,000 card. This Gengar is awesome. Number 5 on my list is an Evolving Skies 3-pack blister. Now, I would particularly choose the one with the Umbreon promo inside here. Why? Because it's Umbreon. Umbreon is just a fan favorite Pokemon. In fact, it's a cool artwork too. It's worth a bit of money raw, and it's worth a bit of money in a PSA 10. Evolving Skies 3-pack blisters are nudging over $200 now. But here's what happens with 3-pack blisters. A, there's some good things going for them, like they can't be tampered, they can't be weighed. You know you're getting a sense of security on a 3-pack blister that, they're not tampered with, resealed, etc. The other thing is when booster boxes get too expensive, people turn their eyes to Elite Trainer boxes. When Elite Trainer boxes get too expensive, people turn their eyes to 3-pack blisters. When 3-pack blisters get too expensive, people turn their eyes to a check lane blister or an individual pack. People want to own a piece of history of the best Pokemon card sets. Look at Team Up 3-pack blisters. Look at the price they're going for. If that tells you something, it'll tell you that this Evolving Skies 3-pack blister is only going to trend in one direction, and it's crash proof. Number 6 on my list, talking about Crown Zenith, is a Crown Zenith Elite Trainer box. Now, wow, if you bought these on flash sale, these have absolutely made you incredible gains. Like, we're talking 10, in some cases 8 to 10x your money if you bought these on a flash sale. These are up to $328. The thing about Crown Zenith though is, I don't know if there's been a set that has so much depth behind it. And moreover than that, you actually have some strong chase. Yes, it's missing the big banger. Yes, it's missing that $1,000, $1,500 chase card. But it's still got the Mewtwo V-Star and the Gold Giratina that are worth lots and lots of money. Coupled with the Galarian Gallery, which is just so loaded with hits. It's such a fun opening experience as well, opening Crown Zenith. You are guaranteed lots of hits. And generally, if you're guaranteed lots of hits, they're not worth much, but in Crown Zenith, they are. They're worth decent money raw, and they're worth good money as a PSA 10. This is just such a good set. It's such a good set to have sealed, and it's such a good set from an opening experience. It's just absolutely loaded. So for that reason, and keep in mind, the icing on the cake, this is the last set. This was the last Sword and Shield set. Last set in English that ever got yellow borders. And look, it might sound insignificant now, but eventually as we zoom out, it's important. It's not like it's the last ever Wizards of the Coast set or the first ever Nintendo set. It's not that important, but it's still important. It's still etched in history as something that changed in the Pokemon TCG. And for collectors and investors down the track, that will have some level of significance. Before we jump into number 7, quick shout out today's video sponsor, which is of course the Collector app. There'll be a link in the description to download it. You can follow my journey down the content creators section. This is a one-stop shop app for adding all your investing and collecting needs. You can put all your sealed, all your singles inside there, English, Japanese, etc. It shows you total portfolio value, which is so important. You can see everything inside there. You can see what's making moves. You can track your whole collection. You can see what's a good trade, what's a bad trade. You can look at set analytics to see how a set's total set value is performing. You can look at the top hits inside a set. If you're a pro user, it unlocks so much more data. You can go way back in time and see how things are performing. So from an investing standpoint, this app is really going to help you. Again, link in the description to download that one. Number 7 on our list, base set Charizard. This is just one of those cards that is never going to go out of people's memories. It's the one that everyone wants. And you got to remember the generation that grew up collecting or wanting this card, like myself, as we get older, hopefully, if you make the right plays, hopefully people in their mid-30s, late 30s, early 30s, wherever you might be, where base set Charizard has some significance to you growing up, as that generation or that cohort, I'll get that word out in a minute, that cohort gets older, they're only going to get more disposable income. And that Charizard, will be locked away in collections to come. So it's very, very important card. Number 8 on my list is an EX Deoxys blister pack. And I've just chosen this as an example. I could have chose any EX era blister pack, particularly any EX era blister pack that has the potential of pulling a gold star out of it. 1.8K. I'll go back to the comments I made around Evolving Skies 3-pack blister. Can't be tampered with, can't be resealed, can't be weighed. Very, very important for an EX era booster pack to know that there is the opportunity there of a gold star being inside it. Huge, huge things. And these are just so, so rare and only getting rarer. Across time, there are more and more, although they're super scarce, there's still more and more EX era packs getting opened. And as a result, there's going to be less and less and less on the market over time. Sealed product is a deflationary asset. The more time goes by, the more gets opened, the less there is sealed. Super, super important. Number 9 on my list is Paldea Evolved booster box. It's sub $500 now. It's $460 for a Paldea Evolved booster box. Cheap. Cheap, recession proof. Talk about a set stacked with lots and lots of chase cards. Talk about one of the best artworks, in my opinion, from the whole Scarlet and Violet era in a very expensive PSA 10. It's like 4K in a PSA 10, that Magikarp. Very, very special card from a great artist. And you know what, like, you think of Paldea, the Paldean region. For a lot of people, that's also etched more in a video game realm. But, you know, as a video game experience, that was the first true open world, I guess, experience when it comes to Pokemon. And that's going to hold some significance to this set. Number 10 on my list is a 151 booster bundle. 151 will also go down in history. This is a set that brought so many people back into the hobby. It is cheap now. Like 5 years' time, $180 is going to seem very, very cheap. Mark my words on that one. Number 11 on my list is a Cosmic Eclipse booster box. Cosmic Eclipse booster box is going for 4.3K, 4,300 US dollars. Now, I would argue this set has more depth than Team Up. What it's missing, however, is that super, super expensive chase card which Team Up has, which is the Latios and Latios. Cosmic doesn't have that, but in my opinion, it's got a few other layers that Team Up doesn't have. Like I said, it's got more depth, and that can be added to the fact that it's got a trainer gallery. The top end hits, I don't think they're quite finished yet. I think there's still some room for growth for those top end hits. This will go down as probably the second most expensive booster box from the Sun Moon era, which is fine. Okay, Team Up deserves that glory because it was so short printed. But I still argue that Cosmic Eclipse is maybe the slightly better set. I mean, take out the Lovebirds from Team Up and it's definitely the better set. It's just lacking that big chase card. But for those of you that can't afford to buy Team Up, this is a great, great option at just over 4,000 US dollars. And number 12 on my list, the final one, is Umbreon VMAX from Evolving Skies. This, when you think of a generational card, this has to go down as, as the generational card for a long time. We go back to the whole Wizards of the Coast era, and if you could put that in one whole patch, you could say, well, obviously the base set Charizard is that generational card. You go to the start of the Nintendo era, and you would say, yeah, okay, lots of gold stars have been selling for huge money, but you would have to argue Gold Star Rayquaza is the star of that era. That is the generational chase card for that era. You go forward to eras like, X, Y, and Sun and Moon, and you'd have to say the Latios and Latios from Team Up is that generational chase card. Then you go to Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet, and okay, yeah, you've got great chase cards like Bubble Mew, but that whole generational spanning multiple eras, you would have to say it's the Umbreon VMAX. That is the biggest chase card from the ultra modern era. So at 2.4K, I can't really see that card ever going down. It is a generational card and it deserves to be so. It's a very, very nice looking artwork. Well, there you go. There is 12 crash-proof investments in my opinion. I'm Michael, PokeOz. Thank you so much for tuning in. Your support means a lot and I'll catch you all next time.